Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delilah Rose, coming with your weekly reading for August 7th to the 13th, 2022. We're going to get started and get your oracle card. As I'm shuffling, please remember to like, share, comment if you can. Also, please remember to listen to your sun, moon, rising so you can get the full picture of what's going on vibrationally to you. Also remember that if someone solicits using my name, it is not me. I don't send messages at all. And let's just get started. Oh, you will be guided through the darkness. I love the moon. Obsessed with moons. Moon. Sun and moon. So I love this for you because you are receiving, you are being guided. It's recognizing that guide. A lot of times we don't know what to do with these signs, or sometimes we may forget. I'm really big on jotting something down. You have notes on your phone, on all smartphones. You can keep a journal by your bed. If you journal your dream, before your toe hits the floor, you should write down what your dreams are and what messages are, because we tend to forget them as we go out through our day. So before you even leave the bed, please try to journal. All right, Sagittarius. If you're interested in the cards I'm using my Madame Endora's fortune-telling cards, my Ethereal Visions, my Luna Visions, and I'll finish it off with, what is this? Angel Answers cards. Okay, so first card out, we have the Nine of Wands. And if you're listening to me on Apple or Stitch or Radio One, and want to see the cards, you can come on over to Spotify and or YouTube. It's Delilahs, a spiritual spot on all platforms. So first card out, you have the Nine of Wands. You have the Six of Swords, which is wonderful. You have the Three of Cups with the Hanged Man. Clarifying the Five of Wands is the Nine of Wands, and this is why you're in survival mode, and this is why you're being guided here. You've been through a rough time. You have the Ace of Wands, clarifying that Six of Swords. You have the Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Three of Cups and the Hanged Man. You have two aces, which is really good. Really good. Really good. You know, this is about you following your heart's desires. You know, what are you being called to? What is it that you want to do? What path do you want to take? If this is a relationship, if this is money and career, it's following your passions and clearing out the noise. I think for you, you're just surrounded by people who, and this is going to sound harsh, who don't believe in you. And it's taking you a long time to start believing in yourself, right? There's been this change in you, this metamorphosis. I think that's why you feel like you're being guided at this time, and you are being guided at this time. But it's following that guidance and following your own instinct. You know, what I want to say to you is it's important for you to march to the beat of your own drum. And it's kind of irrelevant what other people have to say, because they have their lives to lead and you have your life to lead. You know, life is precious and short. So let's talk about that, because I kind of feel like some of you have been going through some grief, right? And I think it's through that grieving that you've come to this epiphany for yourself. And you know, this may only touch a few people, and that's okay, because that's who needs to hear it. But I do feel like it's been terrible grief. It's grief that has stifled you for a while. So like, it could be recent, but it could just be grief that you've been harboring for a long time, something that shattered you. So I just got double vision. Something that shattered you and shaped who you are now, because it changed you. It changed you significantly. In our first column here, we have the Nine of Wands with the Five of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is survival. Like you're in survival mode. You're in defend yourself. It's time to take my life back. I want to do me. And here's the Five of Wands, which is the infighting type of thing with the people who are close to you. You just want to be supported the way you support other people, and that's not there. So this is, what you've been going through. But it's through that grief, I feel it's been a difficult time. It was very traumatic too, because I just feel overwhelmed. In our second column, we have the Six of Swords, and this is moving beyond. So this could be an actual move, some sort of travel or vacation, moving careers, even moving relationship. This is some type of move that you are, I don't think you're yet manifested. I think you're on your way to manifesting that. So it's something that's in your thoughts, I want to say, something that you've been, really thinking about and mulling over. And here we have the Ace of Wands telling you to go for it, telling you to speak your truth, follow what your heart tells you, and just go for it. In the last section here, we have the Three of Cups with the Hangman, and this is interesting. Three of Cups is celebration. It's normally celebration with people who are close to us and celebrate us, but we have the Hangman with it. And what this tells me is what I was saying before, is that you have to really have a keen eye for who you bring close, who really celebrates you. Those are the type of people you want to bring around. So be watchful of your close circle, and make sure that you are getting that support that you give. This is clarified for the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, victory is yours regardless. But we want to be around people who get it, who understand us, who can celebrate along with us and not have any jealousy, envy, or reservations about what we are accomplishing. And I think that's amazing. You have the Star card. So this is something that you've, again, been working on. This is part of your hopes, wishes, and dreams. And maybe you tried to manifest this during the last new moon, which is on the 28th. And it's starting to blossom, right? Aces are the beginnings. So it is starting to blossom for you. Really don't need to clarify. So I may not clarify the whole thing. I just probably will end with some final cards. Can I get a couple of final cards here for Sagittarius, please? Final cards for Sagittarius. Right. So we have the Eight of Cups, which is moving beyond. I love that the full moon is there with this Eight of Cups, because you're being guided by your intuition. You're being drawn to something, right? And that's moving away from this other lower energy that you've been in. You have the Hermit card, so this is a lot of introspection. If you see that little star there, that is the star card that the Hermit captured. The star is within him to create whatever he wants, to really manifest at this time by seeking the answers that the moon is guiding you to. Have the Emperor on the bottom, and this is definitely your spirit. Like, you are taking control of your life at this time. Let's see what Angel Answers has for us as a final message. Can we get a final message for Sagittarius? That was quick. We have unlikely. We're going to get a clarifier, because you're going to be like, oh, that means something. No. Unlikely with communicate clearly. If you don't communicate your intentions to people, or your intentions out there, things are unlikely to occur. You need to follow through. And again, you've been caught up in this grief. So listen, anger and grief are like an old friend. I have started and stopped this channel for over 3 years now. I could have probably had many more subscribers and many more views. But I had to be ready. I had to be ready, and I had to accept that I had to do things, painful things, to follow what it is I wanted to do. And that was by me communicating that I'm going to do this, and either you're with me or you're against me. And I love that Spirit had me draw these cards so that I can put it in context. March to the beat of your own drum. The people closest to you will love you through it. You know, I have uh, my daughter. She's not into spirituality at this time, but she supports me in my endeavors. Go, mom, go. She shares every post I post. You know, this is not her cup of tea, and it doesn't have to be. But she loves me, and she supports me. And that's the kind of support I want for you. If you don't make these changes, things will be unlikely to occur. Tarot and Oracle is not always pretty. Sometimes it makes us face some things we don't want to face. Sometimes it can be harsh, but it's something we need to hear. And this is your reading, Sagittarius, and I'm Delilah Rose, and this is Delilah Spiritual Spot.